It's, March 2nd, 2022. I was outside, sixth night, no moon. I saw Orion's constellation again. At least that brings me some comfort. It's my favorite one, but not playing favorites, whatever. So I'm walking on the boulevard, and there's a man that introduced himself as Arthur. He had a baseball cap on, and it said Giuliani 2022. Now, I only know Giuliani as Giuliani. He was a city mayor. He was just Mayor Giuliani. I don't even remember what his first name was. This man, Arthur, that I ran into. He told me what it was. And he had a clipboard. He was getting signatures for something in the party system. And I said to him that I couldn't sign the board because of something else that went on. I confirmed that after I voted for whatever in the last election, I was hurt really bad by whatever. Actually, after I voted for Trump in the last election, then I was hurt really, really bad. So, and then he said to me, he wanted to talk about the party, like being Republican Party. And I'm like, I can't even honestly speak about it. I said, I know nothing about them. I was like, at age 18, they want you to register to vote, so I did. And then I just went with what I committed to. But have they ever called me? Have they ever, involved me? Have they ever told me where to look? Have they ever mailed me a publication? No. Newsletter? No. Have they ever called to give me an update on things that might be important? No. There's been no participation whatsoever. They just expect me to vote every 4 years for one of their candidates that I have no idea how they even get in office. I was like, I was like, I really, because he kept trying to lead the conversation. I'm like, I can't even comment on it. I have nothing. I was like, I have no contact with them whatsoever. I was like, I have no education on anything whatsoever. I was like, the New York City school systems and Long Island school systems were horrible. It was just like a humongous waste of time of sitting in a building and your life just passing you by, but when you leave the building, you don't have any, more information than really when you went into it. So, I said, so I really, they've never reached out in New York to keep active participation or to make any informative whatever, that no invites to special events, nothing. Not one contact before Trump's campaign. All of the elections before that. Not one event was I invited to, local or whatever. So, I don't know how they keep this party system. I don't know how they find a fan club. I don't know how they keep the fan clubs moving. I don't know why I was left out of it. Almost like they ghosted me. So, anyway. So then Arthur asked me about because I said from Starbucks, I said, I used to have my hair down. I was like, I used to have a green coat on, very wool, like World War, whatever. I was like, with my high boots. I was like, but I was like, now I'm doing this. I was like, can I put a little weight on? And so he's like, yeah, I wouldn't even. So, and then he was saying something about I had a sister. I'm like, I don't have a sister. And then he said, all of the whatever. Then he asked me, do I still go back? And I said, no. I said I was there. One of the employees that I had been going to for a long time got really nasty. The manager intervened. The manager gave me what I needed. And then the next day I was asked not to come back. And so I didn't for a while. Then I tried to go back again. He goes, "Is that even legal?" And I go, "No." I was like, "But humanity is a sour disappointment." And I walked away. It's just... So then, as I was finishing my walk, James was outside, and I said, "James," he said hello to me, and I said to him, I said, "It's the sixth night, James." I said, "I still don't see the moon." So then he asked me about tides, like the water table, the water tides. He says, "As long as we still have movement." And I was like, "Right, yeah, I heard something, I don't know from where, that the moon has something to do with the tides, or at least that's how they explain it." And he's like, "Yeah." And I said, "But I'm on foot." I said, I can't get to the water's edge to check. At this point, it's too far from where I am. Movement is almost like, it's almost like being in a soft cast that's starting to set, where you lose movement. And it's very hard to breathe in this area. So the gravitational pull is very high. And the breath rate it's very hard. It's like being a fish in a tank of unclean water that's losing its ability to breathe, and nobody's cleaning the tank. So anyway, so I asked James where he would suggest going for information. He did give me 2 recommendations, which perhaps tomorrow I'll look into. But again, it's these static websites. I have no way to vet this information if it's really real. I don't know who controls the actual information that they put on there, but at least it's a landing page, I suppose. Same thing with the Google, but whatever. So it's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza. It's Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxy is broken. It's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361.